is everything that came from Marion. I'm going to go through this really quickly individually as well, but I just wanted to give you the overall picture. There's a bunch of empty bags because a lot of these kits were consolidated, so there's just a bunch of empty bags left over. Let's start over here. So this is a lot of this mobile stuff. This was bought. Some of this was bought by English and in cooperation with English. So Jenny, for example, Jenny Spinner uses some of this stuff in her mobile journalism course. So some of these little iPhone kind of tripods, these little lights, those work on actually SLRs, I think, as well, or maybe only. Some of these iPhone mics, so these are mics, you know, kind of cheap mics with just a regular iPhone kind of adapter plus a headphone plug. Some of these light boxes that you could use on, I guess, either a stand or they're mostly designed for a DSLR. They have a hot shoe mount. Some of these handles, which you could also use with the light kit or with a audio recorder, I guess. Oh, look at that little lonely guy, left over from way back in the old days. Sorry, buddy, you're gonna have to retire him. In the back, you see stuff not related to that, which is little tripods. Looks like that might be the thing that Stephen bought, the rig that Stephen bought. Jenny bought that. That's actually really handy, a little light box, good for taking photos, still photos of things. And then in the back row, there's these little tripods. There's a 5D and a 50D. The 50D has just a makeshift Tamron lens that Jenny bought because the other lens broke. There's a flash. There's a sports lens. I think it's probably 70 to 200 millimeter sports lens. So that stuff was all over there. Then here are the kits. There's a ton of these. So I'll zoom in and show you the kind of what cameras are included. So in all these kits, it's either one of these old Vixias, one of these old Canons, or one of the newer ones. I guess this is the Vixia. Newer ones. Only one of these kits came over, which is an HD, a nice kind of HD Canon. Although it says HD video camera 03, I only see one of them. I don't know if there's others around. And then there's just a bunch of extra ones too that aren't part of the kits. There's some with missing stuff. This one's apparently missing an AC adapter. So there's all that. These are the lighting kits. There's 3 of these. These are the big honking chumpies with the barn doors and super hot and not very useful for us, I don't think, unless we set them up, you know, as just a standalone studio, because they're a pain to haul around for students. A bunch of old tripods. Some of these are okay. Some of them are not great. These little guys, I can't stand them. I think the tripods that we got are much better that we already have here. Let's go over here. Here's audio stuff. So XLR cables, lav mics. There's a wireless lav mic, I guess. I didn't even know we had that. And then just a bunch of these little lavs. Some condenser mics we had for back when we did a lot of kind of static audio recording, like kind of narrating and stuff that we would now do in the studio, I guess. But we have a lot of those condenser mics left over. Bunch of these stick mics that were used with the video cameras. I'll go back over there in a second. Some of our newer audio mics. Looks like a Shure like boom mic there. And then some of those mics that Stephen ordered. Audio recorders, including one little Zoom. I thought we had more than one of those, but that's what's here. So I'll go back over and show you what we use those stick mics for. It's just available if you know these little audio cameras have terrible audio, or these little video cameras rather have terrible audio. So what we did is came up with a kit years ago that would incorporate on with the video camera a little XLR kind of setup. And so the stick mic would go into the XLR. This would mount on the bottom of the video camera. So there's, I don't know, probably 10 of those interspersed. Each of these kits is supposed to have one, but it doesn't look like they all do. And so that's it. That's what came over. So we have to figure out what we're going to do with this stuff and what we need to add and what we need to get rid of. That's it.